Before I start the video today, I just want to do a quick follow-up on the last video that I did on the Billy Bat's murder location. As normally happens whenever I research a story, I always find additional information after I have posted the story. For the Billy Bat story, I found this image from 1931 that showed the exact area that I filmed, but it was taken before any of the stores were there. Isn't it a great picture? The only places that existed in 1931 was the firehouse, which had just been built in 1930, and a row of cottages behind where the stores now stand. While they no longer serve as people's homes, those cottages are still standing to this day, as I found out when I filmed behind the stores. I find that quite fascinating. Diana, a regular viewer of this channel, suggested that I add the image into a future video. Well, as I also filmed Queens Blvd on the same trip, this is the perfect video to slot that image in. By the way, I do also have an Instagram account if you ever want to follow where I am going. I don't post on there too much, but there is a link in the description if you want to add me. Now, on with the walk and talk down Queens Boulevard. Today, guys, I'm in Forest Hills in Queens, and I'm heading down to the place where Billy Bat was killed in real life. Now, I'm not sure when this video is going up, but I previously covered the movie location where the Billy Bat scene was filmed. And I figured today I could come down to the actual place where the real life Billy Bat was killed. Now, in order to get there, I've got quite a ways to walk. And as I normally do when I've got quite a distance to walk, I always end up filming that walk. I'm going to move wide because I was getting a little shut out on the right side there. Now, it's quite funny. I took a subway to get down here, and I was debating whether or not to get it to this subway station, or to one two away from here. But I did my research and decided I'd do this one here. Turns out that was a pretty good decision, because this station here is the last stop on that train, which I didn't know. So I would have been pretty mad if I'd planned my trip. I'd be pretty mad if I planned my trip down to the one in Kew Gardens and not prepared for this one here. Hey ladies. Not that there's much to plan here other than the previous video that I would have put up from this location. Now people also want me to film a place called Austin Street. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down Queens Boulevard, which I'm on now. And then on the way back, after I visit the location I'm going to, I'll film Austin Street on the way back. You may also have seen on a previous video that I did that Queens Boulevard is also known as the Boulevard of Death, because over the years so many people have died there. I also messed around with the settings for the camera today as well. I always feel that the camera is pulling to the right. So before I left, I adjusted it so that it looks more central, but I won't know until I see the footage whether it's central or not. I certainly hope it is. But I have noticed that it's caused a bit of a problem as well though. As I'm walking, I can feel the camera shaking a little bit. Now that's probably not going to be noticeable to you guys. You might just hear like a little tiny little thump every now and then. But actually when I keep the camera in my right hand as it is now, the thumps aren't as prominent. Now I filmed the front side of this before as my voice cracks there. I almost pulled a Mickey Mouse then. But when I was looking online today, I actually saw a statue at the back of this church or cathedral, whatever it is. But I couldn't quite see it fully. So I want to walk around the back here and see if I can't see it here. Now it's probably private property, but what the hell. If they kick me out, they'll kick me out. So for all you people who like a little bit of religiousness in your daily lives, Convent of Our Lady Queen of Martyrs. So I'm guessing that's where all the nuns live. And now we'll walk back to the noisy Queens Boulevard. Now, one area I haven't done yet is all the way over there. Beyond these buildings and then across the highway, there's Flushing Meadows Park, which is where the 1964 World's Fair took place. And a lot of the, I don't know what the word to use. I've stumped myself. But a lot of the structures, I'll use that for now, a lot of the structures that they built for the 64 World's Fair, they're still there. Things like the Unisphere, there was a couple of things that we used in the film Men in Black, where the guy gets on the spaceship, and that's actually located in Flushing Meadows Park. And also that's where Simon and Garfunkel, like way beyond that building there, that's where they were born and grew up. Now I'm just pausing for a second because there's a couple of people who are walking perpendicular to me, and it seems to be one of those ones where whenever I pick up the pace, they pick up the pace as well. Whenever I slow down, they slow down. So I'm just giving them a little distance right now. And I actually need a few groceries, so I'm probably going to stop here on the way back as well. And one thing I've learned from watching other people's videos, whenever you're walking behind someone, just back up. Nobody wants to see you film somebody's back. I've been as guilty of that in the past as anyone. So this video is going on like 15 minutes, which is longer than I thought it would. But I've arrived at the block that I need to go on. This is where the main story that I've come here for today. Craft beer and a smoke. Now that sounds like the type of thing for me. Alright, 75th Avenue. I've reached my destination. So I figured this would make for just a regular Monday video. And now I'm going to record one for Thursday. So take care for now, guys. I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to pick up with the next video, which is on the next block.